Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Don't forget to click subscribe if you want more weekly updates. So we are discussing Git. I'm going to talk about now the origin, the word that is basically used. Origin a lot in Git repository, what it is, what is the purpose of this word. So basically origin is mostly used for denoting something which is remote, and this is the default name, or this we can say this is a convention that usually we call the remote repository as origin. I'll explain in more detail in a bit, but let's create a branch basically, and then we'll try to push it. So I will create git branch Jabra. Okay, so this branch is created, so I will get checkout Jabra, and now I'm on a Jabra branch. So if I try to push this branch to the remote repository, so it gives me an error. It says the current branch Jabra has no upstream branch, so that means there is nothing in the remote which can accept this. So there is no connection of this local branch with something in the remote. So we need to build that connection. In order to build that connection, so as the tool is suggesting, I can use git push -u is upstream, or we can write down the complete string. Origin is remote, so we want to push this and as well as connect with that remote branch as well. Okay, so now we're going to push the local Jabra branch to the remote. So this is the command. Let's press enter. Now our local branch is pushed to the remote branch. Here if I refresh the page here, so I must see 3 branches now. So those 3 branches are Jabra feature 1, and then we have one more which is master branch basically. So now the local branch is pushed to the remote, and that's why we are able to change here. Like let's say let's say a.txt, I open it, Jabra branch, Control O, Control X. Now if I have to add a.txt, git commit -m, making Jabra changes, and now if I push git push, this time it will accept it. It has to accept it because we have connected the local Jabra branch with the previous remote Jabra branch by showing the this complete basically statement. But for now we don't need to write it down. We'll just git push, so it will assume that we are going to push to the remote repository, and remote is basically denoted as origin. So this is a convention where we call the remote repository as origin. So we can use simple git push if we have already connected. Otherwise we have to use origin, and we have to name the branch. Okay, so that's how we can connect a local branch with the remote branch. Why we are using this term? So this is number one is convention, and also when we first issued the command to attach this local repository with the remote repository, so we use the command git remote at origin. So we are naming this complete branch as an origin. Otherwise we have to type again and again the same basically path, so we have to mention the complete path. So when previously we connected the local repository with the remote repository using this command, we named it as origin. Why? Because this is convention. You can name it anything. You can add multiple basically remote repositories. So maybe origin is like from where this repository was initiated. You may keep this code on some local repository, some private servers, or maybe Bitbucket or somewhere else, and you can name it like something else. So maybe Git Lab, GitHub, something like that. So this name is like you can name it anything, but this is a convention. You can use Git Origin, and whenever you just type the command git push or anything, any command, git pull even, so it will assume that you want to pull it from the origin. Origin points to a specific address and it will get the data from there. Okay, I hope it makes sense. So the origin represent the remote repository. Why? Because when we connected these both branches, we named the remote branch as git remote add with origin. So you can name it anything. You can name it personal. So it could be your personal server and the address would be accordingly. Okay, I hope now this terminology makes sense. So let's create couple of branches. Git branch zebra, okay, and git branch Bibra. So now we have created two branches. So these both branches are not on remote, so it's very easy. We understand git push minus u I mean upstream or origin, and we can write the name of the branch. So let's say we want to push all the branches, so we'll use this flag dash all. Now all the local branches which are not tracked will be connected with the remote branches and they will be pushed as well. Now it's telling us like the Bibra branch remote is connected to remote branch, XYZ is also connected, Zebra is also connected, or if yeah, this was the new branch. So all the branches are connected, they are pushed. Now the remote repository will have all these branches. So let me refresh here. Yeah, we can see here all the new branches. Now we have 6 branches here. I hope that makes sense. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you in the next lecture.